Top 10 celebrities who shut down rude interviewers. Being a celebrity is as glamorous as it is stressful, and having your every move be constantly watched by cameras can be a bit unsettling for some. That's why we brought you to the 10 celebrities firing back at disrespectful interviewers. Stay until the end of our video to find out which one was the absolute most shocking moment of a celebrity clapping back at an interview. And also subscribe to our channel and turn notifications on for more content like this one. Without further ado, let's begin. 10th place, Justin Bieber. At the Mojo in the Morning interview, we're kicking off our list with an iconic Justin Bieber moment. How could we not? Justin Bieber is definitely one used to awkward interviews, but one particularly strange interviewer at Mojo in the Morning mentioned that when he first heard boyfriend, he thought it was Justin Timberlake. The singer said, "That's crazy, because our voices sound nothing alike." Then the pop star went on to say, it wasn't a compliment, which is kinda true. Have you even heard these two talk? Is worlds apart, and more so when Bieber was younger and his pitch was higher. Then Bieber was asked if he was worried about Harry Styles being around his mum, since the One Direction singer likes older women. Bieber then responds, "I think you should worry about your mum, bro." Things got even more awkward when the interviewer said his mum is dead. Bieber then hung up. 9th place, Wanda Sykes at Ellen. Next up, we have Wanda Sykes, who called Ellen out on her relatable tour. Well, call out is a mild word for what happened. Sykes whipped out a relatable tour shirt and began tearing into it like there was no tomorrow, criticizing how Ellen spent a majority of her time in Los Angeles, only visited 4 cities, and 3 of them were in California, only stepping out by visiting Seattle at one point. Ellen was left almost speechless at this.
4 cities. 4 cities. That's a weekend for me. And look, and 3 of the cities is in California. What the hell? What the hell?
8th place, Tom Hardy and his sexuality. Tom Hardy is definitely not an actor open about his sexuality and preferences. While at the Toronto Film Festival to promote his film Legend, in which he plays bisexual twin brothers, Hardy loses his cool on a reporter who asks him about his sexuality, which is a subject that Hardy has not been particularly open about throughout his career. He gets visibly angry and asks the reporter why on earth you would ask such a thing. Hardy later elaborated on his position, explaining that he felt the question was entirely inappropriate, especially that it was posed at a public forum. And instead of the reporter focusing on the film and more prudent matters,
I was wondering if you find it difficult for celebrities to talk about their sexuality.
I don't find it difficult for celebrities to talk about their sexuality. Why?
7th place, Jerry Seinfeld at Larry King. Jerry Seinfeld shocked many when he decided to end his worldwide famous sitcom Seinfeld in 1998, even though it was doing very well with viewers. Years after the end of his show, Seinfeld was interviewed by Larry King on CNN. When King asked him if it was the network that canceled his show, or if it was entirely his decision to end it, it seems like an innocent enough question, but Seinfeld takes great offense and proceeds to attack King for not being prepared for the interview, going as far as to even question his intelligence.
They didn't cancel you. You canceled them. Yeah.
You think I got canceled? Are you under the impression that I got canceled?
Have I hurt you, Jerry?
Yeah, no, I went off the air. I was the #1 show on television, Larry.
You were.
Do you know who I am? Well, that's the big difference between being canceled and being #1.
Okay, I'm sorry.
6th place, Robert Downey Jr. and his drug problem. Everyone has their triggers, and celebrities are no exception to this. We've all had traumas and bad decisions in our past, and Robert Downey Jr., despite his current fame and renown as Iron Man from the MCU, is a big example of a dark past filled with terrible decisions, specifically his drug problem. His interview was going fine until an interviewer asked about his drug past. Of course, Downey Jr. is not one very open about these topics, so he walked away but left us with this iconic bomb. This is getting a little bit Diane Sawyer.
The reason I'm asking about the past is that you've talked in other interviews again, the dark periods you entered and taking drugs and drinking and all of that. Still something.
I'm sorry, I really don't. What are we doing? Okay. Bye.
Are you? I'm sorry. You see, okay, it's just getting a little dinosaur in your...
Fifth place, and Hathaway, and her transformation. Hathaway starred in The Dark Knight Rises as Catwoman. When she was interviewed by Jerry Penkley about the kind of things she had to do to prepare for the role, her physical fitness was obviously brought up as a topic, and Penkley relentlessly assaulted her with questions regarding her eating habits, her costumes, and other questions that were obviously centered around her body. Hathaway awkwardly attempted to change the topic, and then she pulled out her trap card and asked him if he's trying to lose weight, and even more proactively, asks him if he's trying to fit into a catsuit, which shuts him right up. The actress was obviously not thrilled to have her body be the center focus of the conversation, especially when discussing a role where her acting chops were so on point.
Is there a certain regimen you put yourself through? The diet, the workout, any particular workout?
Are you trying to lose weight? What do you want? Are you trying to fit into a catsuit?
Fourth place, Joan Rivers is accused for being mean. Well, in the interviewer's defense, the late and beloved Joan Rivers is no saint. However, this interviewer crossed the line when he outright called Joan Rivers a mean girl during an interview. Considering the kind of replies and comments Joan Rivers makes when in a good mood, you can imagine how she reacted to this statement. The comedian was doing an interview on CNN when her fashion critiquing was brought up. The Fashion Police host was labeled as mean and her comments out of place. Then she repeatedly answered the following in a passive-aggressive tone that indicated her current mood. It's not mean. It's not mean. Other things are later brought up. From Casey Anthony jokes in her book to her wearing fur on the cover of the book, Rivers then said, "This whole interview is becoming a defensive interview," before leaving. If anything, Rivers was kind with this poor interviewer. Had she been truly angry, the interviewer would have never seen the light of day, after one of Rivers' classic verbal smackdowns.
Boundaries ever, even if it makes people uncomfortable or offend people or have some shock value to you. I mean, you're on the cover of your book, you're wearing a fur.
This whole interview is becoming a defensive interview. Are you wearing leather shoes?
Yeah,
shut up.
I'm talking.
Third place. Kanye West being the controversial celebrity he's always been. Kanye West once appeared in 2010 on The Today Show to talk about his previous remarks about George W. Bush's response to Hurricane Katrina. West commented that George Bush doesn't care about black people, to which Bush replied in an interview later on. West was shown clips of Bush's response, causing him to get angry. He also showed him clips of his behavior towards Taylor Swift, which of course caused him to get annoyed. Further, his response was to storm out of the place.
Yo, how am I supposed to talk if you're going to run this thing in the middle while I'm talking? Please don't let that happen again. It's like ridiculous.
Second place, Scarlett Johansson. Scarlett Johansson had an interview with Jerry Penkley, similar to that of Anne Hathaway back in the 5th spot of our list, and you can figure out how things worked out from there on. Scarlett Johansson and Jeremy Renner were trending due to starring in Avengers as Black Widow and Hawkeye, respectively, and they were asked, Johansson was asked by Penkley if her Black Widow costume allowed her to wear any underwear beneath it. Cue a facepalm and eye roll from both of them as they understood that they had fallen in the same trap Hathaway had done back in the day. She understandably takes offense to the question and proceeds to try and change the subject, but Penkley was adamant yet again and asked her again and again. Johansson was not happy, and Renner had to step in to calm her down. She even told Penkley to ask Joss Whedon about the topic, and he responded that he had already asked him before. Well, what do you think of this? Does Jerry Penkley need a serious talking to? Let us know in the comments below.
Able to wear undergarments?
When did people start asking each other in interviews about their underwear?
No, I did
you asked
him.
Joss what kind of underwear he wears?
No.
First place, Quentin Tarantino. We're ending today's countdown with an interview with one of the most famous directors ever, Tarantino himself. He was asked during an interview on Channel 4 by British journalist Christian Guro Murphy about his excessive use of violence in films. He was asked if he thought that the violence in his films may lead people to engage in real violence in life, and Tarantino just snaps he will not continue and outright attacks Guru Murthy, even going as far as telling him, "I am not your slave, you are not my master," and things went downhill from there and forward.
It's not my job to flesh it out.
No, it's my job to try and ask you to.
And I'm shutting your butt down.
So what's your opinion on all these celebrities who fired back at disrespectful interviewers? Do you agree with what they did? Let us know in the comments below. Also, make sure to leave us a like, share this video with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more great videos like this one. We hope you enjoyed our video, and we'll see you next time.